Hey, it's Crystal with UTELconcerts.com. I'm on the phone with Kiefer and Shauna Thompson from the duo Thompson Square. I'm so excited to get to talk to you guys. But I know that you've been having a little bus trouble. I was reading your Twitter updates. What happened?
Which one? What's not happening? This is our second bus. I don't know what's wrong with it. We've been jinxed with the whole bus thing. Last night we had a bad tire. We had to pull over in the middle of nowhere and spend a few hours trying to get that fixed.
Oh, that's awful. But you kept yourselves busy.
Oh, yeah, we have plenty of movies and games and all kind of stuff on the bus to keep us occupied.
We went to the theater yesterday and saw 2 movies in a row. We've never done that.
A little doubleheader. That's cool. So right now you're doing a bunch of shows at state fairs and then working in some Jason Aldean My Kind of Party tour dates. Yeah, do you get to hang out at the fair, walk around and see what's going on, or do you just have to go back to the bus and leave?
Can't really do that.
Yeah.
I dressed up in a disguise the other day and went out and looked around. It was kind of funny.
In a disguise? What kind of disguise?
He looked sort of like Joe Dirt.
Perfect.
Kind of in a mullet and a trucker hat.
I put some fake hair in.
You actually have a great sense of fashion that I've noticed, seeing you guys around. So, but the stuff that you wear seems kind of hard to find. Do you find stuff at different tour stops, collect things? Where do you shop?
Shop everywhere we can. We took a few days off, went to L.A. and did some shopping out there. And every once in a while we're out there. We've got a stylist we work with a little bit too. That kind of helps us shop and everything, just because we don't have time to do it. Shauna tries to run into every TJ Maxx that she can find across the country. So
I'm a little bit addicted to TJ Maxx, I have to admit.
Oh, it's like crack. It's awful. I love it. You two have been at it for a while. About how long has it been that you've been performing and singing?
Doing music?
Yeah.
Since I was 13, 12. Shauna was probably earlier than that. Thompson Square, about 6 years. I mean, ever since we've been in Nashville, we moved to Nashville in 1996. Ever since we've been there, we've just been pounding it really, really hard. And about 5 or 6 years ago, well, I guess about 6 or 7 years ago now, we decided to do the Thompson Square thing, and that's kind of when everything started happening for us. I guess we should have tried to figure that out a long time ago. You
guys have been married 12 years, right? So did you ever almost quit and just be like, well, let's just have a family?
Yeah, we had a few little brick walls, and the year that we got our record deal was the year that Sean just finally said, I'm done, I'm tired of it, and I can't do it anymore, And I was like, well, let's do it. All right, I promise, this time I'm not lying. Let's do it one more year. If we don't get it then, we'll move wherever you want to go. We'll do whatever you want to do. And 2 months later, we got our record deal. So we definitely got pushed to the very limit before we got this thing going on.
What was your wedding song?
Well, actually, Kiefer wrote a song for me when we were dating. He didn't have any money, or he said he didn't have any money for Valentine's Day.
You don't do anything. You know I was broke.
He was very romantic, and he wrote me a song, and he actually sang it at our wedding. So. And
then Etta James at Last was the song that we danced to.
Aw, is there anywhere
Sunday Kind of Love.
Sunday.
You better get it right, buddy.
That's
so funny.
We're huge Etta James fans.
Is there anywhere where we can find the song that you wrote her?
No.
No.
It's in the Thompson Square vault.
I love it.
In the archives. Maybe to be released further on down the road.
What was the name of it? Can I get that?
Yeah, it's called I'm Here.
I love it. Very cute. What were you doing for work before you were discovered?
The better question is, what were we not doing? I mean, as far as work, we bartended. I was a photographer. Kiefer was a graphic designer.
I worked at Kinko's.
I worked at a propane company. I painted houses. I mean, it's endless.
But we also, our main source was playing downtown on Broadway for tips, and she and I toured with an artist around the country, doing backup for them, and I played guitar for a few different acts. So, it was just a big. We were very diversified.
Yeah. What do you think you'd be doing now if you didn't get your break?
I'd probably be down. She would force me to move to the Gulf Shores,
We probably have a shrimp shack or something on the beach.
Yeah.
That ain't so bad.
Yeah.
So, tell me about when you did get your big break. How did that happen?
Well, we had one show scheduled at a place called Third and Lindsley, and our now manager saw the show and gave us a call and said, "Hey, I think Broken Bow would really like you guys." And so they came out, and I mean, long story short, they came out and offered us a record deal the next week.
Wow.
And after all this time, it was just like some freak thing where we didn't advertise or anything. It was just one of our friends who happened to be working over at Broken Bow at the time saw that we had a show, liked the new music, and they came out, and the rest is history.
He actually saw the show posted on MySpace.
Yeah, I didn't think anybody went there anymore.
Kiefer, in the bio, it says that you were into like punk rock and heavy metal growing up. Did you ever try out any rock projects before Thompson Square?
No, I was into everything from Roger Miller to Metallica. I mean, I just love music, and if it's good, it inspires me. I think there's good music to be found in all genres, it doesn't matter. You have to seek it out, and I think it makes you a more well-rounded artist, even if it's all you do is country. I think if you listen to other things, you can find inspiration in a bunch of different things, so, which I'm really glad about. I mean, I was raised on real traditional country music, and Merle Haggard's the reason why I started writing songs, and but my first influence was Elvis. That was who my parents idolized, and so yeah, my influences are all over the map.
What other band names did you toy around with before coming up with Thompson Square?
Well, we were Runaway Gypsy for a while. I think that was the only other name that we really used.
We started out being Thompson Squared with a D, and we dropped that. We spent probably months trying to figure out a band name. Yeah. That's probably harder than naming your kid. I mean,
yeah.
It's so hard.
So I just went to see the American Idol live tour, and Scotty McCreery performs "Are You Gonna Kiss Me or Not?" Like he did.
Heard.
Yeah. What were your reactions when you saw that he chose your song on the show?
We haven't seen or heard it. We were out of the country. We were on a cruise when it happened, and when we got back in the States, we found out we're both huge Tom Petty fans. We found out that Jimmy Iovine picked this song for Scotty, and I hadn't watched American Idol at all, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me, Jimmy. So he's like a hero of mine, So that was huge for us because he compared the record to a Petty record, and when we went in to make this record, it was that was one of our influences. We threw all of our influences into this big cauldron and tried to make a record that kind of touched on all of them. So it was really, really cool that Jimmy picked that song for us. It was awesome.
Absolutely. So did you happen to notice like a boost in sales or fans after that aired, and you were like, what?
Sales, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an overnight little boost. That's the power of TV. These contests are pretty popular, and American Idol's really got a lot of viewers, So it's anytime you can get in front of that many people, it's a good thing.
Absolutely. So my favorite question for artists is, what's the best concert that you've ever been to as an audience member, and why?
For me, I have to go back to my very first concert. That was Alabama back in, 1985, I think it was. They're really the ones who inspired me to want to be a performer. That would probably be mine. That or Garth Brooks.
Yeah, he
he's
puts
just
on a great
amazing.
show.
The energy.
Yeah, Garth's amazing. Kiss, for me, I've seen them about 5 times.
Okay, so what do you have coming up?
Well, we've got a new single out right now.
Oh, yeah?
We have I Got You. It's 19 this week on the chart, so we're really stinking excited about that. And
Great video for that, by the way.
Thank you.
Love
We co-wrote it, and so that's pretty exciting, too.
Well, very cool. We have our very own Mike Bandow, who will be in the crowd for Thompson Square at the Iowa State Fair on August 12th. And all the listeners can check out other tour dates and news at thompsonsquare.com.
That's it.
Very cool. All right, guys. Have a great day. Hopes that nothing happens with the bus or anything. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You take care.